Hello, good evening, friends. Just waiting for some more people to join in. Okay, so I'm going to go live from Facebook page Tanushri Nair, and Insta Live too at the same time. So, welcome everyone who is joining right now. So let me just start with the topic. What I'm going to start today's topic that I'm going to share is continuing from yesterday. Why or what is energy management? Today I'll be discussing a little bit on how does energy management help, or what are the three major transformations that energy management can bring in you. And if you are interested, just say yes. Hi, hello everyone who's just joined in. Yet to start. And today's topic is what three major transformations can energy management bring in you? So let me start with this. This is a famous Zen story about a learned man. And a learned man once visited a Zen teacher in a monastery to inquire about Zen. What is Zen? And he wanted to learn more. As the Zen teacher was talking, he was trying to explain certain concepts. The learned man frequently interrupted to express his own opinion about this or that. Finally, the Zen teacher stopped talking and he began to serve tea. He poured the cup and then kept pouring until the cup overflowed. Stop, said the learned man. The cup is full. No more can be poured in. The, le- the Zen master said, like this cup, you are full of your own opinions. If you do not first empty your cup, how can you taste my cup of tea? So, energy management starts exactly from the time you start emptying your cup. Our cup is full of so many experiences, memories, daily to do lists, bucket lists, to catch up lists, biases, limiting beliefs, a lot of stories about our own past, about us, and our energy goes exactly where our focus is. How can we get past this to access our true potential? So, unless and until we unlearn and relearn new lessons, reinstall new mindset, new perspectives, how can you access your own self and your core? And this is a story which I feel just touches that concept that unless and until you do not get into that mode of introspection, how will you empty your cup? And I have exactly been there some years back where I had severe thought clouding, no clarity, a lot of brain fog to say, and no clarity about the purpose. A lot of, in fact, I used to have chronic fatigue issues, no time to take care of myself, always extrinsically focused to provide for others' needs. I was all very proud to be a multitasker, perfectionist, and my cup was always full, not with what I wanted, but I think it was full with all the other things that I had to do for others. Um, I would not say that I did not do anything for myself, but the quantity was too less. And I would often wonder, when will I get a break? When will I get a chance to just relax? And being a workaholic, it was so difficult for me to relax that even if I had to sit in a space where I have to watch a movie, my hands would be fidgeting. So I used to do crochet knitting. So while watching a movie, while listening to music, while doing anything, I had to keep working with my hands, either crocheting or knitting or doing something which, keeps me occupied. And I realized where I was having these energy leakages in my life. uh, my energy was scattering everywhere, what you say as spreading yourself thin, trying to do everything, trying to be everywhere, and trying to do everything perfectly. So there were days when I was unable to work productively, and there were days when I was able to, it was like that I would conquer the day. And this constant high low fluctuation started affecting me severely. In my book, Bring Out That Red Lipstick, I have shared all this and how I found some simple ways which worked for me to plug these energy leaks. So, personal energy management started with me myself. I cannot preach until I practice. And so, I had to go back to the basics. So, if you are ready, these are the three transformation spaces which I personally experienced for myself, and I want to share this with you. And correct me if I'm wrong, or if you have an opinion or a thought about this, you can share it in the comments. The three major transformations that one can experience with energy management: one, developing self awareness. I think this is something which is in this fast-paced life with a lot of distractions, and there is, like you said, like we are using our phones so often, so much electromagnetic radiation and interferences. Our brain doesn't have the focus to bring ourselves into a space where we can sit with ourselves for at least 20 to 50, 30 minutes by myself. There was a time I used to feel like really very fidgety. So, developing self awareness, once you start to manage your energy, align your energies, align yourself with your energies, understand what is my unique energy blueprint, it it can bring in a lot of self awareness on what I am, how I am, what are my needs, what are my wants, what are my interests. The second major transformation that I found for myself was accessing the innate wisdom of your higher self, your true self, and what you call as awakening your intuitive or instinctive self rather than acting directly from emotions and feelings. What we call as, instead of reactions, you start responding. And while I would say I'm not still a master at that, but I'm work in progress, but I realize that it is so easy to trigger or provoke someone. And accessing that innate wisdom about who you are, what the person is saying does not, and trying to understand the meaning behind it, I think that that itself kind of liberates you from the clutches of power play. That I don't give my power to anyone. I had to start taking back my power from everyone else to whom I had, distributed it freely. The third and the most important, I felt, understanding your key alignment, your coherence with your inner self. You will truly understand your own self better, because once we understand that, when once we become aware, once we access our innate wisdom, we kind of get into a space where I'm very comfortable, I'm very comfortable here, I can understand this, I can understand. And there is no rush, there is no thought where you feel that I'm being pushed. You have that innate peace, that internal calmness, the stability. It's like the duck. You see the duck, you see on the top, it just keeps on it's very calm and just keeps looking here and there, but under the water you see it flapping its legs very fiercely. So that at this point of time, I know that I have to do the work. I'll flap my legs as fiercely as possible, but I'm less conflicted because now my own energies are not conflicting with me. So, how does developing these areas help in your life, in our career? I think this is to be experienced rather than being told, because somebody who has experienced this kind of a flow within them of energy, of being in that space of steadiness, of stability, you would realize that this is a powerful insight, and this is that inner compass that way you will develop when you are able to tune in to your inner voice. You will no more shut it down. You'll no more say that, you know what, this sounds funny, this sounds weird, I don't think so it works that way. But just for once, try to trust your instincts. You start moving from mundane everyday living to a more powerful, willful, and directed living. Your decisions will be guided for your highest good, because you already know that, there is some meaning to this message that I'm getting. You will feel more comfortable in your own skin, basically. So you know that, you can kind of attempt or understand that what lies ahead. It might be sounding like woo woo here. No, it is not. So like I mentioned, it has to be experienced. It has to be you have to be in that zone, in that space, to understand how it feels. And in my programs and one-on-one coaching sessions, I guide my clients to look within and start emptying their cup of non-essentials. You have to start replacing them with essentials. Learn to segregate your thoughts, help you get going for a deep dive within you. Because after all, each of us have a unique energy system. Yours and mine will not be the same. So, so understanding that one solution won't be a fit for everyone. It won't suit everyone. Energy might be an infinite resource. Unlike time, time is linear. Time doesn't expand, but energy is an infinite resource, and you can expand your energy in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. But when managed improperly, if there is an imbalance, it can work against you. So if you are ready to learn more about your personal energy blueprint, stay tuned to these sessions that I'm having. On Sunday, I'll not be having, but Monday, I'll be having again. And I'll come up with a new topic to discuss regarding energy management. And if you feel you're ready to learn more, or do you feel that this is helping you, please type an yes in the comments, so I know that you are listening to me. And if you feel stuck, unable to understand still how to do this, feel free to book a 30-minute core energy audit discovery session with me. I'll put the links in the description below. But but the takeaway for today, I'll just summarize for those who joined in a bit late. The three major transformation areas that you will experience with energy management is developing your self-awareness, accessing the innate wisdom of your higher self, your true self, awakening your own intuitive and instinctive self rather than acting from emotions and feelings. That is, without reaction, you are moving into a response mode. The third point, understanding your key alignment, your coherence with your inner self, because that will help you to understand your needs, your wants, your own self better, and be less conflicted. So if you like watching these sessions, do comment in the comment box, please. And I'm looking forward for yet another session on energy management. On Monday, I'll be joining back at 6 o'clock, and we'll meet again. Thank you so much for joining in today. Until we meet again, have an energetic day. Tanushri signing off. Peace, love, and light. Bye.